All right, hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because in today's video, we're talking about the Yieldmax funds. More specifically, they have been sliding recently. And you know what, before we get into this video, I just want to say I have been sick for the past couple days. That's why I haven't made a video in almost the past 3 days. I'm sorry, this video might be horrendous. I've finally felt good enough in order to potentially make a video. I might be coughing and sneezing and all that, but I wanted to make this video for you guys because I didn't want to leave you guys hanging while I found that a lot of the Yieldmax funds were sliding. They were kind of trending downwards. Ones like TSLY, ones like CONY, and then also SQY as well. So in this video, we're going to talk about where I think these funds are headed, what kind of price points they might be potentially stopping at in terms of the depreciation. Will Tesla hit maybe 200, for example, and then stop there and then rebound, go up? We're going to go through Tesla, we're going to go through Coinbase and also Block. And I want to reassure you guys, making sure why we purchased these Yieldmax funds. Was it just for the yield, or do we believe in the underlying stock? Because if we believe in the underlying stock, it's going to make it a lot easier for us to reinvest and continue to remain strong on our Yieldmax position. So if you guys do enjoy this video, please do remember to subscribe. We're up to 3,881 subscribers. And you know what? I don't blame you guys if you guys don't subscribe after watching this video, because I feel like this is not going to be one of my best videos. I'm definitely very sick, but I wanted to make this video because I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. Okay, so one thing, I did actually bring up the Dow Jones here, and the reason why I did that is because we're still close to an all-time high in the Dow Jones. Just looking over the month, we are very close to we are still pretty much at that all-time high, even looking over the year. And yet we have a lot of stocks that are they're close to all-time highs, but they have definitely taken a turn to the downside. And we haven't really seen a downside in the Dow Jones like we're seeing in a lot of our stocks. So one thing to keep in mind is that even if we have a downside in Tesla, for example, if the Dow Jones does fall significantly, that might lead to a greater downfall in Tesla, even though it looks like the trend has slowed. So I do want to keep that in mind. If the Dow Jones does fall off pretty good, it might still affect Tesla, Coinbase, and Block, even if it looks like they're rebounding to the upside. But without further ado, I want to say Tesla's at $10.16. I do think we're going to be under $10, so we're going to be approaching that $9 barrier in TSLY very soon. The one nice thing about it is that Tesla's share price has fallen quite a bit, which kind of correlates to why TSLY is at such a low price. What I do think for Tesla is that Tesla is probably going to hit about the $200 barrier, because currently right now you can see it's falling pretty hard, and there's a support roughly about here at the $222 level, but we've seen to have hit through that pretty hard, going down 4%. And so either we're going to rebound from here, or I think we're going to go down to this $200 level, or potentially even below, maybe to about 170 or something like that, which may present a good buying opportunity if you're looking to average down in TSLY or pick up some more shares and get a better dividend yield on your shares. So that's Tesla. Coinbase, I actually purchased Coinbase CONY when it was closer to the all-time high. I purchased it about here, I think, where it was roughly at about $25 and some change. Let's see here. I'm sorry guys, my head's all over the place. That's why I'm all over the place. Hey, $25.47. So that was my average purchase price. Now, even though we're sitting at $20.65, the dividends that CONY has paid out has actually kind of offset this loss. So even at $20, I'm still pretty much at break even, which is pretty amazing considering how far the stock price has dropped. Now, one thing, the stock price might drop all the way back to $78 for coin, which means that for Coinbase, it might drop all the way back down to actually below, it'd go below 18 for sure, because we've obviously been paid out a couple dividends. And so you could factor that out. So we might be looking at a $15 share price for CONY. Now, understand that's probably not what you guys want to hear, but I'm just kind of bringing that to your realization. And so if Coinbase was to kind of fall back to measures which it was at before, then we might see about $14-15 in CONY, and we might see a significant reduction in CONY's dividend as well. As now, let's see what they're at here. Yeah, they're at 148% dividend. Obviously, that's going off the current share price of CONY, and then also their last dividend, which came out to like $2.60 something cents, which is pretty ridiculous. And as for Coin, it's hard to say because there's a resistance here at 105, but it's really all up in the air where it's going to stop. So we might see Coin go down to about 105, and then we might see it kind of hover about there, go back up, or continue trending down to about $70-80. I don't think it's gonna really go below this, just due to the fact that Bitcoin has a very strong price right now, and I think that when Bitcoin's price is strong, Coinbase stock price is also strong. As people are investing in crypto, they're looking for something to invest in, and Coinbase is an app that you can do that in. So I think it would most likely hold there. So that is Coinbase, and then the last one is going to be Square. Square is a stock that I actually bought. Let's see here. I bought some more shares very, very recently. So obviously the Yieldmax version, SQY. So I bought it at $24.35. And we're currently at a share price of about $21.39. And over the past little while here, we can go to Square's stock price. I was actually buying at these highs here when Square was roughly at about $77, $78. And the Yieldmax version was up around the $24 marker. Now, I did receive one dividend from them, which was really good. But you could see the one really nice thing about Square is that if you look at the year calendar, it kind of hits up at about $80 or so, and then trends back down to maybe about $60 or about $43. But the fact that we're seeing a lot of resistance at about $66, $67 here, because when you look at this candle right here, you see a massive drop and it kind of continues downwards, and you only see a little bit of a pickup at about $55, which is current to the last one. But here we could see that it dropped down, but it has some resistance already at $66. So this shows that buyers are still buying Square, and that is a great sign if you're an investor in SQY. By no means does that mean that we're going to rebound here and go upwards, but it's good to know that there's buying pressure and there's still people that think that $66 for Square is a good price. And I think it is, to be honest. And the way that I see it, actually, before I say that, where do I think this is going to go? I have no idea. What I think is it's either going to stop here and then continue upwards, or we might see levels such as $55, but I don't think Square is going to go below $55 for its share price. Now, the last thing that I do want to mention is just kind of reassuring you guys about the Yieldmax funds. Not so much that, I'm not reassuring you in them. I'm just reassuring you on why you purchased them. Did you purchase them for the yield? To be honest, I actually purchased CONY for the yield. Coinbase, I do have Coinbase. To me, it was a little bit of a frustrating app because I find they charged a lot of fees when I was only buying about $10 worth of cryptocurrency. They were charging me about $1 on those trades. I understand if you put in a lot more money, the fees are a lot less, but I didn't have that much money. And so that's why I was a little bit frustrated with Coinbase. And so CONY, I took dividends and I only bought 4 shares, and I did buy it for the yield only. So I'm not necessarily super invested in Coinbase, the company. But, and that's my honest opinion, but stocks like Tesla, stocks like Square, I actually do believe for the long term, and I really like them for the long term. Not that I don't like Coinbase, but I'm more invested into Tesla and Square. And so when I see amazing dips in the stock price, like when I see Tesla potentially hit, let's say about $200 or about $170, I'll most likely look to buy TSLY. I haven't bought TSLY in a while because I want to make sure I'm picking it up at a substantially good price. I don't want to buy at any kind of highs with TSLY. I only want to buy when I think it's at a very low price. And the same with SQY. I feel like I have a decent amount of shares, but yet I do like the underlying stock. Obviously, they pay a really good dividend. That helps, but I believe in the company long term. I like what they're doing, and so I'm looking to buy Square at a good price as well. And that's why I bought TSLY and Squares, because I believe in the underlying companies, and I feel like if you guys do as well, then there should be no problem in investing or buying at least when prices go lower. Now, am I saying that's a smart decision to do so? No, because I'm not a financial advisor by any means, and any decision you guys make is solely on your own, but that does not mean I will not share what I do with you guys. So any kind of trades that I make on TSLY, Coinbase, or Square, or any kind of trades in my portfolio, I will let you guys know, so don't worry. All right, you know what? I think that's long enough for today. I want to say I hope you guys do subscribe. We're up to 3,881 subscribers. I want to say thank you guys for sticking with me. I know today might not have been the best, and I've been taking it a little easy, but I wanted to get back to you guys just because I wanted to reassure you guys in these times when the Yieldmax funds are sliding, so you have kind of a voice to relate to. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please do take care, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.